us on Monday, the 16th of June. If there is a fire alarm, we don't have one planned, so it will be the real deal. Can we please exit the building by the front door, doors behind me, or by the kitchen? Apologies for absence.
Yeah, Councillor Fraser.
Councillor Fraser.
And then public participation. Are there any members of the public wishing to address the committee?
Thank you.
Minutes of the meeting dated 19th of May. Has everybody read them? Are we happy to pass them off? Is that unanimous?
Yeah.
Fraser, Councillor T. Taylor, seconded by Councillor Bircham, and unanimous.
Thank you.
Licences update for information from the clerk.
Yeah, I've applied for our third licence, which is for the recreation ground. That was passed through on the 5th of June after the consultation period up to the 4th of June. One of the conditions was to submit a noise mitigation report, being in a large open space, which I did just before the special needs event. And so that makes 3 that we've recently applied for, Vono and the Tea Hut. Then also we have a licence on Queen Square now, so that covers everything as well as the town hall.
Okay. Any questions? No? Thank you for that update.
Thank you.
Item 7, Town Hall CCTV, Town Hall Security, Conservation Officer feedback.
Yeah, I've been liaising with the Conservation Officer with regard to just putting a camera on the sort of like in the vicinity of the front door. Yes, we do need to make an application, and he has sent me the link, but I haven't actually filled it in yet.
Okay. Everyone happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And then item 8, maintenance update of all town council building works.
Yeah, the youth provision is, I would say, more or less complete. The Vono building, the flooring was completed last week, and the disabled toilet, it was finished off last week as well, prior to the SEND event. Flooring looks absolutely wonderful. The disabled toilet is fantastic, really spacious. We're just waiting to put cords into the disabled toilets, both in the youth provision and the Vono building. So the electricians are going to be getting that done in the next week or so. Then our next jobs are to have the new doors installed, which will be fire doors, the showers, and also the inner doors, one of which needs to be moved. They will be proper fire doors, and also we need to have the kitchen refurbed, so those are upcoming. Just in the town hall, we've just had a bit of trouble with the front door closer, but we're hoping that that is fixed now.
Councillor Dow?
Can I ask, are you getting many bookings for the Vono building?
Well, because the flooring has just been finished, we didn't really want to take any pictures, but we can now take some pictures, and I think that they're going to make it look really, really nice. So hopefully from that, if we expose, put lots of exposure out on Facebook, I don't think we should get any more bookings.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have one Saturday night, apparently.
We have had regular clubs though book it, haven't we? I think, is there a metal detector club that use it regularly? So there are not function bookings, but there are clubs and organisations.
That's what I was thinking more of.
We have actually, yes, it just reminded me, we've got also the Opera Singers are now using it as well.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant, organisations rather than functions.
Yes.
Oh, that's good, thank you.
Right, any other questions on that? I did have one, but I tell you, my menopausal brain, it's gone. So that's gone. Just share that with you all. Item 9, request to purchase an iPad for the clerk's use for consideration and resolution.
Well, I propose that the clerk needs an iPad, to do her work, I propose that we purchase one.
Can I have a seconder for that? Councillor Dalton, a show of hands, unanimous.
Okay, thank you.
And then we'll go item 10, second public participation.
Just going on from what Mrs Dale said about bookings for the Bono building, you've got a lovely calendar for the town hall. Will you be doing one for the Bono building and the Arch?
We do have one for the Vono building, and I believe we've got one for the Arch as well, which Paul sorted out last week.
Yeah, oh, lovely, yeah. I'll check that. Thank you.
Anything else? I do have a couple that I've been asked to raise. One was from the station manager, the watch manager at the station regarding the yellow lining. It's faded again, and he wondered if we could put representation forward for that. And also signage. It's an automated sign, so they can press the button in the station and that will tell people that there's an emergency vehicle emerging, because they are struggling a little bit with that. So they are two requests that we were asked if we could maybe support.
Oh, we can support it, I guess, can't we?
Request.
Are they putting a request into National Rail Network?
Highways.
Highways.
I think, I know this has been noted in the second public participation, but I wonder if that would be better being referred to the Planning and
That
Highways.
would really, wouldn't it?
Is that, yeah?
Yeah.
Great. Any other members of the public? No? Wow, well then, I'll move on to item 11, items for the next agenda.
The updates for the CCTV, didn't we?
Yeah, Councillor Taylor?
Yeah, can we please have the, if it's okay, don't want to be too demanding, but the maintenance update for the town hall building works. At the next meeting, could we have that come back? But by then there may well be other works that have been undertaken, but it'd be really nice if we could have like a full schedule that we could present either to members and also in the meeting pack, so it's readily available online as well, to show actually the schedule of works that's been undertaken both in the town hall and the Bono building, not only to make it, you know, an improved community facility, but also much more accessible to the entire community.
Yes, that's fine. Will do.
And can I ask, can we have an update, maybe not necessarily for this agenda, but how we're getting on from a legal aspect with the public toilets?
Yeah.
Because I think that is, obviously this committee financed the works for that. We commissioned that work, council agreed it and passed it, and it's still not finished. And I think actually after all this time, there may well be a legal aspect for us to take action for failure to comply to a contract.
Yeah.
And
The first priority is to get the toilets into action. So we have got the electricians who are quite hopeful. They've just got to order some parts, something to do with infrared. And then once those parts arrive, the electrician I'm dealing with from Electric 11 feels confident that you could actually get the right-hand toilet working without having to go back to the company. But my intention is to sue the company
for breach of
for
contract.
breach of contract.
Yeah, and if the electrician can get up and running, that is actually really good news.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the company are responsible for that, and they have left us really in a poor situation.
Yeah.
And even with continued, can you come back? Can you sort it out? And chasing, they've still not actually.
No.
So I think we do need to seriously consider breach of contract.
Yeah.
Councillor Westby.
Can we sit down, Sharon, and go through that in detail at some stage?
I've already been through it with Alan Reynolds.
Yeah, I'd like to
He's talked to the company,
get to the bottom
got
of it.
nowhere.
Yeah, I think ignoring speaking to the company, I just like to get it straight in my own head, what the issues are and what we can do to resolve them, or needs doing to get the work finished and what recourse we've got to the
Yeah,
contractor.
I think it's just an electrical connection now, so I'm told. The electrics are connected up to the flushing mechanism, otherwise, because there's no manual flushing on there. So every time the door unlocks, the flushing automatically happens. So unless you've got that all connected up,
I'd just like to understand the train of events that's gone before.
yeah. Okay, well,
Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll write one for the whole council, so that everyone is aware of what.
And then if Andy comes in and you go through it with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I don't really need any help, but,
It's not that,
Yeah.
I just want to get it straight, man.
yeah, I think what's best is if I write a report for the whole council and just let you know.
Has all the snagging been done? Because they'd left some works
No.
and it isn't.
So I had to get, NP, properties to put some tiling back on there, because I was hopeful that we could open the toilet in the meantime, but because we discovered that the flushing was connected to the electrics, and so is the light.
So we've then incurred a cost from the electrician and the properties company.
I think that I haven't had an invoice from MS Properties yet, so I don't know whether he just popped in to do that, but he may well give us an invoice.
Yeah.
It was just a few tiles to sort of glue back onto the sides of the door.
Well, thank God that's all done and sorted out, and hopefully we'll get at least one of them
Yeah.
up and running shortly, which hopefully is a positive step and a move in the right direction. Councillor Taylor.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if a report is being produced, whether it either needs to be redacted or otherwise, if it could also be made public, I think that would maybe go some way to creating a little bit of understanding with the public, because obviously there has been quite a level of frustration with this situation, with little understanding to the fact that it, at this point, is far out of our control. So I think to actually be able to present some facts to residents on, the efforts that have been made by our office to get it back in use, would be really useful.
Yeah.
Anything else? Well, on that note then, I'll close the meeting. Thank you, everyone.